Hi, it's LJ Rivera with City Beat Live, and we are here in beautiful Burbank at Son of a Mansaverlosa. We're catching up with our wonderful friend and festival director, creative talent from San Diego, the Horrible Imaginings founder, director?
Both, founder and director, president, el presidente.
Excellent. El Chief Jefe, Mr. Miguel Rodriguez, Senior. No, numero uno.
Numero uno, sí.
Well, it's better than being number two, I guess.
Minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Too much information for our audience. And we're with the lovely Bev, the arts director?
Arts and culture reporter for KPBS in San Diego, and I also serve on the Horrible Imaginings board and judge.
Ooh.
Judge, jury, and executioner there.
Executioner's correct. She's very tough.
She's tough. Well, oh my gosh. What incredible films. We were just there for 2 days, but I got to come for all days next year because it was beautiful. I mean, the 2 days we were there was incredible. The films are awesome. How many films total did you screen by chance?
75 titles, both shorts and features.
That is incredible. 75. Wow. So tell us about the fest. I know it's your 12th year. And
7th.
Oh, wrong festival, sorry. That's Dell at Action on Film. I'm sorry. So your 7th year, I apologize. Tell us about the fest and tell us how you started and everything.
Well, first of all, I hope that it seemed like it was our 12th year.
Yes.
So I'll take that as a compliment by far. But no, yeah, we started about 7 years ago. San Diego is bereft of genre entertainment. And I actually have only lived in San Diego for about the time that I've been doing the festival. So it's really funny. People say, okay, the festival's been around 7 years. How long have you lived in San Diego? About 7 years. So I started it.
Oh, so you're one of those politicians that moves into the district to get the votes. Right? Okay, so I get it now. So you wanted to be the guy. Oh, okay.
Write in your votes now, folks. But well, one thing I did notice right away, I come from Baltimore, Maryland. We have a pretty thriving independent arts community. Well, they now, I guess, in Baltimore. Some great filmmakers in Baltimore, including like Chris LaMartina, who's kind of getting big on the scene with Call Girl of Cthulhu, which we screened a couple of years ago, and a couple of other things that you can see on Shudder now. So congratulations, Chris. And we have lots of, film nights that I've done there that were always very successful. And so I came here, was looking for the same thing. In LA, there was tons. I can come to LA and go to Screamfest and Shriekfest and all those great shows. But there was nothing in San Diego, and I don't want to have to, so I was like, well, if I want it to happen, I'm going to have to make it, apparently. And I put a call out and was extremely lucky that Beth saw the call. Right. Because Beth knows everybody in San Diego, and it kind of was able to bloom from there. One thing I do know is that quality is very important. So when we get our submissions, we are pretty tough. Our selection committee is pretty tough in terms of our selections and the quality that we're looking for, because we do want to. Our mission statement is to expand and to elevate how we talk to each other about genre. So in order for that to really be met, the films have to be worthy of discussion. And so, as you saw, we have some pretty fantastic films that I'm very proud submitted to us.
Absolutely, and some incredible filmmakers from all over the world. Mm-hmm. I know Pablo Santo was one that was there from Japan, and just the list goes on. There's tons I can, off the top of my head, I thought about Pablo. But Beth, tell us more about MOPA and how did you have anything to do with that? Getting in there?
Well, I started a student film festival there back in 2000, and what I like about the venue is that it kind of elevates whatever you're showing there. It's a gorgeous cinema, and horror, as you know, doesn't always get a lot of respect. So to have a horror festival in a museum setting, I think is fabulous, and it helps to elevate the conversation just right off the bat when you come in. So I had worked with them on the student festival I did, and that was one of the venues. I mean, when Miguel started, it was smaller venues that we were looking at because there weren't that many people coming, but then he kept expanding and we burst at the seams at the Digital Gym Cinema, needed to find a bigger place to go, And that was at the time that the festival grew big enough to be in a venue like that. And we hear filmmakers who come and, you know, they walk in and they feel like, wow, is this really where we're having a horror festival?
Right.
And it's beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, and it's right there in Balboa Park. If you don't know San Diego and Museum of Photography and Art, it's awesome. And I'm distracted by your ivy danglers there. This is great.
Well, and it's typo blood, so if you have any problems and need blood, I can help.
She's a typo
I can donate.
hero.
Yes.
Well, I'm just getting hungry because I'm a blood sucker, so I don't know. But anyway, but this is awesome. This is wonderful. So tell me something about the festival this year that was different, or something very exciting to you or special.
There's a lot, yeah. So first of all, we expanded to 5 days, but I think to really hit that, we expanded beyond cinema. So we had the literature portion where we had the campfire readings. We had a number of panels, which we always do, but we had more panels this year than ever before. And one thing I'm particularly excited about is MOPA has embraced us, the Museum of Photographic Arts, and now Museum of Man. We worked with another museum in Balboa Park called Museum of Man. They just opened an exhibit called Cannibals, Myth and Reality.
That's right. I got
Yeah.
late for that.
The panel will be online soon.
Oh, excellent.
But yes, we did actually. That exhibit is fantastic, and it looks at cannibalism, or the phenomenon of cannibalism, through all these different lenses: historical, pop cultural, all kinds of ways. And the curator who put that entire exhibit together joined us on Friday for a panel. And actually our out-of-town filmmakers, our special guests, and our VIPs got to have a little private tour through the exhibit itself. And so that particular element, I'm still like kind of giddy that we were able to do that, because
That is incredible. Yes.
I always want to lend a context that we view horror cinema, to a contextual lens that we view it through. And with cannibalism, it's even more important to me, because cannibalism historically has been a very exploitative genre. I wore my Make Them Die Slowly t-shirt during the panel. And so it even more so, I think, needs that kind of context, so we can think about what we're watching as we get entertained watching people disemboweled and eaten alive.
Absolutely. I couldn't say it better myself. That was pretty intense there. So, okay. So, how about the awards? Have they all been announced already? Are they all online, or?
Except for the audience choice, because we're in the middle of a tie right now for the short film audience choice award. But online, if you go to our website, hifilmfest.com, actually our main homepage is see who won the awards, and yeah, you can see everybody who won. Actually, I don't know if you want to see it, but I've got one of the trophies in my bag right now.
Would love to see it. Yeah. Come on now, yes, bring it out. Oh my gosh, I have one of those plastic Target bags at home. That's the trophy. That is gorgeous.
Isn't that amazing? Tomorrow I'll be meeting Shant Hamayasin here. He directed a fantastic short called Night of the Slasher, and he was able to win the award for screenplay. And let me, I'm going to come out of camera for a second.
Uh-oh, he's out of camera. We're going to focus on
This
Bev.
is for a good reveal.
That's right.
Well, the other thing that he didn't talk about that was at the festival that was brand new was a film that was shown burlap, that was shown in traditional 2D and also in virtual reality, a VR version, where they had a supplemental film. So that's expanding some horizons.
That's awesome. That's incredible.
Well, yeah, we want to look at the different technologies, because times are changing, and what do we have now? So this is Shant's trophy.
Here we go. Look at this.
And
Can you zoom in a little bit on this? This is beautiful.
Well, he's got a zoom.
Yeah. Wow.
And one thing I do like is if we do put it on a hard surface, I don't know if you want to point down here, with the lovely trash, is the base does light it up, so we have a nice little feature there.
Very nice.
That I'm a little bit nerdily proud of.
Explain what it is and how it ties into horrible imaginings.
Yes, explain, please.
So the trophy is a witch with a cauldron, and I should say we call it the Toil and Trouble Award. double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn, and cauldron bubble. The name Horrible Imaginings itself is actually a quote from Shakespeare's Macbeth, Act 1, Scene 1. Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. And so, yeah, it's right after Macbeth and Banquo meet the witches on the heath. And so the witch is kind of a good symbol for us. Plus, cauldron bubble, we've got it with the little arm coming out because she's...
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have an arm in your logo as well. Yeah, that is awesome in the name.
Right, exactly. You know,
Very cool.
One thing I want to say about this is, as much as, you know, we have crazy things going on in our movies and wild content, you know, one thing that's missing from this, if you read Shakespeare's original text, is like babies and that are being, they have babies eaten alive and all kinds of stuff. There's some crazy stuff in there, so you should read your Shakespeare.
That's right. Absolutely. Okay, well, great. Awesome. That's incredible. I thank you for all your time, and thanks for sharing with us. And I'm glad we got to do this interview. It's better to do it here than in San Diego since we missed it. So that's awesome. I appreciate it. And if you could give us a shout out for City Beat Live, that'd be great.
My name is Miguel Rodriguez, and I love City Beat Live.